Hi, this is David Tubbs from the Greater Kitchen-Waterloo Chamber of Commerce, and in this social media tutorial video, we're going to be discussing tracking Facebook and Twitter return on investment, or ROI. Now, the first thing you're really going to want to do when you try and look at your ROI is what does it mean to you? What is the return that you're looking for? Is it, of course, dollars and cents is the ideal, but sometimes it's hard to track. So are you looking for traffic increases? Are you looking for interactions with your audience, such as real engagement? Or are you looking for just a one-stop shop social media management in order to make sense of all the chaos that is social media? That's one of the hardest things that people, when they jump in for their business, is how do you keep track and categorize what's good and what's bad? Now, I'm going to discuss Facebook and Twitter specifically and how they have created tools and third-party companies have created tools to allow you to track these metrics that help you put a number on your return. For Facebook, as you see here, there are likes, there are talking about this, and the reach. Now, these values can be monitored in the Facebook Insights platform. That is a very helpful tool that Facebook provides to all page owners. Likes, of course, are the measure of those who actually subscribe to your posts. Talking about this are the number of people who are talking about your page who aren't. This takes into consideration not all the people who have liked your page, but are also talking about you. And then the reach, or the number of people who have either seen your post or have the potential to see your post because it has been talked about by another one of your followers. This is what the Facebook Insights page looks like. It gives you a nice brief dashboard where you can actually look at the various changes that happen after your post based upon how many people you're reaching, how many people are actually talking about you, and at the bottom, which is a new feature that they put in a few months ago in early 2012, they actually show you where you posted and the response that happened after it. You can see a more tailored one if you scroll down here, and you can see the post itself, how many people it reached, engaged users, and so on. And you can even break it down a little bit more based upon each individual metric to help see if there is a return on your particular content focus. It's very interesting, and in this section here that I just clicked on is the reach, and it gives demographics on who the people you're actually reaching based upon your posts. It's an excellent tool to absorb and then actually make an effort to form new content to help increase that return on the time that you're spending for Facebook. Now, Facebook Insight metrics gathering is pretty easy. It's a easy dashboard to look over and see where the rises and the falls are and what kind of content really picks out and what type of content really shows that your audience is engaging with it. This data can be exported to Excel for continued tracking, for if you have a whole team that you want to go back to and discuss the ups and downs without having to go online and use the graphs there. It also breaks it down by interactions and reach per post, and also in a calendar, so you can see what posts, when you posted, and what kind of reaction you got from there. It also has the ability to create funnels through Google Analytics to track the path of your conversion. Google Analytics is a very diverse and dynamic tool that is at your disposal, and you can create little action items inside Google Analytics from your Facebook traffic to see if you're actually hitting a certain type of goal on your website, whether it be someone wants to goes to your contact page or goes to a specific content page by doing a number of click-throughs. Now, Twitter return on investment values are a little different, and you definitely don't want to be fooled by the number of followers people have, because you can actually purchase followers. They won't actually do anything for you. There's no strong value there because you didn't earn them. Now, real engagement with audience, this is any type of interaction that you actually create, which is very instantaneous with Twitter. You can also track click link throughs on your tweets, such as this graph that I have on the right here. That actually shows how many people have clicked on my links in a given day in the past. Also, you can track retweets by the number of emails you get back or whatever your tool that you're actually using to help track. And again, you can do the conversions through a funnel using Google Analytics to track how far these people come along when they reach your website. And tracking Twitter engagement is very easy when you're using a HootSuite or a Twitter dashboard interface. Now, if you don't know what these are, then I suggest you hop over to our HootSuite and Twitter dashboard tutorial video for a more broader explanation. And unless you actually pay for advertising on Twitter, you're not actually going to have that measured audience that of metrics that they offer to you. So most people don't actually advertise on Twitter but are active in it. So this is kind of a top tier type of metrics that you're not going to have access to be able to quantify your return on investment. Now, the Twitter and Hootsuite interface help you create monthly reports so you can actually see the patterns, whether it's through retweets or people actually interacting with you based upon the posts that you put out there. And of course, Google Analytics has a tool called real-time tracking. Now, what this does is it actually shows people in real time who are on your site, which pages they're on, where they're going, where they came from. And it's a very interesting tool. So if you go on a Twitter focus and you keep tweeting out on a certain topic, and you're seeing this traffic increase on your website, then you can see where people are going afterwards. Like Facebook, you can use Hootsuite as a way to gather your information and actually prove your return on the investment that you spent in. Now, Twitter is a little less exact unless you are a paid advertiser where you actually receive all of the metrics and demographics for your audience. Here, in this particular report that you can set up for free, is all the different clicks that you've received based upon the shortened hourly links that you use inside Hootsuite. And it is fairly detailed. It'll show you what's being clicked on, how they're being clicked on, whether it's straight on Hootsuite, direct click, Twitter. There's even a LinkedIn bar as well if people from LinkedIn are watching other people's retweets. And this is just an added way to actually quantify your Twitter actions. It is a little less exact, but when you combine this with your Google Analytics information, you can tie one to the other. It does take a little bit of time to learn and adjust and see how your return is actually being met, whether you're wanting to get actual engagement or if you want to look at a funnel to see if people are hitting particular pages on your website or if you're getting calls. Again, sometimes you do need a third party to help you with this sort of information, but it is at your disposal if you choose to try and do it yourself. Now, final takeaways, you need to understand what your real value is. What is it that you're wanting to show? What's your return? Is it dollars or is it traffic? Now, tracking ROI through the metrics that I explained, as you can see, can be pretty complicated. But you do need a basic understanding if you own a business page, because if you do hire a third-party company, which if you really want to get a strong focus on social media, I maybe would suggest doing that. You need to understand what the values are, so when the third-party consultant comes to you with this data, you need to understand at least what it means so they're not trying to fool you or bilk you out of anything. And push comes to shove, you need to realize also that face-to-face interactions are very important, because who you are online, if you really want to seal a deal, unless your business is completely online, it's going to be face-to-face interactions. And often the knowledge that makes up your ideal ROI can be leveraged towards your success. So once you actually learn what your return is, you can track it and maximize it going forward so you can actually learn from it as well. Thank you for watching, and I encourage you to watch all of the other social media videos in our social media starter kit and our marketing tutorial series. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, tweet at me, and thank you again for watching.